Hey, it's time for a haircut. So I'm gonna do this with you here in the video, show you what I'm using. I'm gonna use this wall clipper with all these different heads and a pair of scissors over here. And I'm also gonna use these thinning shears, which I bought on Amazon for 28 bucks. So you'll see as I go. Okay, so I'm gonna start and just do the top, and I've got, this is a number 8 clip, which is 1 inch long. And 1 inch, I'd rather have it be 1.5 inches or at least 1.25 inches. So the clipper also has this thing that kind of extends it a little bit, so there's probably an extra 1/8 of an inch. So I'm just gonna start getting the front here because I want to get that out of the way with first. And I'm just going to do this for a few minutes because you never get it all on the first one. But if you just keep going, after a while, you get it all. So I'll show you more when we do the next step. Alright, so the next step is to do the sides and the back. This is definitely the most important part. So I'm using a number 2 here, which is 1/4 inch. And what I have to do here is lift up all the hair I don't want to cut. Maybe up to about there. And this is a leap of faith because once you do this, there's no turning back. So I'll just do a little bit of this on the camera. I'm going to do more of it so you don't have to sit around and wait. But I'm going to show you how I do the back as well. That's how I do the sides. And then the back, got a little mirror. And this gets a little tricky because you have to do all this stuff through the mirrors. And it's, if you get it wrong, you can't go back. So I'll keep working on this on my own, and I'll give you another update when we're closer. And so we've done the sides and the back, at least close enough. I'm going to clean it up afterwards, but I got to do the crown right on the top here, and I have some funky calyx up there, so it's really important that I keep that pretty short. So I'm going to use a number 4, which is 1/2 inch. And later on, I'm going to go over the seams, like between 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch. It's a pretty big seam there. So I have a 3/8 that I'm going to go in the middle and kind of smooth it out, but I'll do that at the end. So that's a number 4. And this is pretty easy. I'm actually just going to go, it's pretty indiscriminate. I just go wherever I want and just get rid of all this stuff here on the crown. And I'm going to go in every direction that I can, because the calyx go in every direction. So I'm just going to go around in circles and make sure that everything on the crown here is 1/2 inch in length. And then as I said a second ago, I'll smooth it out at the transition points later, but right now I just want to get that crown short. So, okay, so this is a number 5, and now I'm just going to go from the crown to the front progressively longer. So I'll do a 5 for like 1 inch or 2, I'll do a 6 for 1 inch or 2, then I'll do a 7, and then I already did the 8 here, right? So it's just going to get progressively longer as we go. So I'm not going to do a clip for every one because it'll be boring for you, but this is the number 5, and I'm just going to go progressively until I've cut this whole area in slightly longer increments as we go. Alright, so I've kind of gone through this whole area, and as I say, I'm going to clean it up in a second, but right now I want to clean up this, just make sure that the front is kind of done smoothly. And again, I'm going to have to clean it up afterwards, but I at least want to get the front hairs kind of done in a clean way, so it's just a nice smooth line, and that's going to give me a guide later on when I clean up in through here. I'll show you that in 2 seconds, but for now I just want to cut a few of these into a nice smooth line. Okay, so we did a number 2 here, and we did a number 4 here. That's 1/2 inch. So there's a differential, the 4 and the 2. So I've got the number 3 right here. And what I'm going to do is start to blend these two. I'll show you the beginning of that, but it takes a little bit of time because you got to be a little bit careful. I'll show you the side here. So I'm just going to go straight up. I mean, obviously my head goes in. I'm just going to go straight up, which should give me a fairly smooth transition. I'm just going to go straight up. And I feel my head going in, but I'm not going in with my head. I'm just going straight up into the air. So, I mean, again, the difference is probably pretty small, but I at least want to try and get it as blended as I can. So, okay, so it's blended pretty good actually. It looks okay. And now I got the number 1. So remember, I did a number 2 all on here. But what I want to do is get this little triangle right here a little bit shorter. And then I want to do the same thing around the bottom here just to make it look like it was properly blended. And this is another one of those things where it's a little bit scary because if you mess it up, you can't go back. So I've got it on, but I'm gonna extend it again. Remember I had that little 1/8 inch extender? So I don't want to go right to the skin because it's too short, so I'm gonna extend it just a touch. And then I'm actually gonna put my finger there just to make sure it doesn't slip back. I'm gonna go right into that corner because I like it when it's short into that corner right up here. And again, I have to be a little bit careful. It's right there that I always mess it up. But this is working out okay so far. So I'll show you a little bit about the back and I'll do the rest of it by myself because it'll bore you. Okay, this is another one of those things where it's tricky because doing it with a mirror, see that? It's right along the sides and then on the bottom as well. Just for the bottom 1.5 or 2 inches. So it looks like it's blended. Alright, so I got it blended reasonably well. I mean, again, after 1 week it already grows out, so the little mistakes kind of go away, but I gotta clean this up. So it's not very difficult. I'm just going to go across. In fact, you know what, there's really nothing to do there because it's pretty much okay. But the other thing is I got these little short hairs in here that it doesn't get. So I just have to cut those out on both sides, which I'll do in a second, and then we'll do the top when we're done. So, okay, so I got to do 2 things. There's parts of my hair which are going to be longer than others just because it doesn't get every hair, and then I have to thin it. So those are the 2 sections left. And this is not that easy either, because you just have to kind of go up, grab it with your fingers, and eyeball where the peaks are. See, there's a peak there, so I'm going to cut that peak off. There's a little peak here. There's a little peak right there. See all these little hairs that get missed. And I just kind of do this, I just ballpark it really. I mean, I just do this for a little while. See if I can get all those peaks off, because it's going to smooth it out afterwards. See that peak right there? Boom, gone, right? So I'm going to do this for a little while as well, try and smooth it out, and then we'll do the thinning together, and that'll be it. Okay, so this is the last step, and it's by far the most important step. These are thinning shears. I showed these to you at the very beginning. I bought these on Amazon for 28 bucks. It's the best. If you're going to cut your own hair, you need to buy one of these. And the idea is you got to just go in and thin it. Boom. 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 Right? You go through your whole hair, and it's amazing. See, look at all that hair that comes out. See all that? Tons of hair comes out. Okay? Let's do the other side. Right? You gotta just go in, and again, it's a little bit of a leap of faith. It's not going to cut all your hair. It just cuts like a certain percentage of the hairs. That's what these things are designed to do. And when you do that, it ends up making your hair, it stands up more, it's lighter, it doesn't seem so heavy and floppy, right? A couple in the middle. You gotta be careful because sometimes it does take off quite a bit. I'll do one right here. That should probably do it. You guys think it's okay? Alright. So I'm gonna take a shower, clean up, and then I'll do my hair and I'll do one last clip just so you can see what it looks like. But thanks for watching the video. I appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Alright, so I'm done. That's what it looks like. Let's see if I can zoom in here. Sorry, my camera's in the way, but all done. I'm happy with it overall.